Hi, how are you? This is Hongfei again. Today I'm going to do a not too long video, talk about how to set up the workplace. And of course, the workplace have different kind of functionality. We say install or the most of the time we use workplace to basically to manage the landing page, the sales page, the funnel. So everything we talk about the funnel and put into a workplace. And we also have some websites set up in the workplace, which is like, for example, your own web page. I know lots of people doing the web page on the Facebook. Um, they are still, some people, they have their own business web page in the workplace. Also, in the workplace, you can set up your blog, which is like the main purpose of the workplace, which is set up your blog, which is you can write something every day. So I normally recommend people to separate them. What I mean separate them is creating multiple domains to have different kind of functionality. For example, you have, for example, your funnel. Your funnel maybe is mine is like winwithpaul.net, and my blog page is like paulfei.org, and I also have other web page for my business, which is called unlimitedtrafficsystem.com. And those three websites basically is in the same business, which is online marketing business, but they are just functionality is different. One is to providing the funnel, one is providing the solo web page, and that one's blog, and I have other web pages as well. So the purpose for this video is show you how to add multiple domain into the one hosting. The ISP, the internet service provider. So my example is gonna be the hostgator. Of course, you can use different kind of the internet service provider. Okay, if you are using hostgator, or if you are not using hostgator, the process is really similar, but idea is similar. Not the idea is similar, but the process, the where to click is different. So if you are using a hostgator, the first thing is you need to, they have a basic plane, hatch plane, and this baby plane. There's more, choose at least a baby plane, because for the hatch plane, which is the basic one, if you go to the hostgator, let me just show you. And they will tell you what kind of plane they have. And basically, you have no idea what I'm talking about. So in hostgator, if you go there and website and you see the hatching and baby and business, the difference I want to talk about is hatching has single domain, and baby has unlimited domain, and business unlimited domain. I always recommend choose the baby one, which is unlimited domain. Why? Because eventually you will add more domain into your one ISP, like mine is hostgator. You can, I just talk about that 3, you can host 4, 5, 6 and more, as long as you have bandwidth, right? Eventually, my experience is if you want to host really more than 5, you probably want to go to business plan to give you more bandwidth, more power. But the baby plane basis is basic one, because you want to have multiple domain. So what I'm trying to say is, this video is to host multiple domain. If you have that, you should be able to see a multiple domain in the drop down menu, right? And you can also check the traffic. Okay, in this case, it's two domain, and you can see the traffic visit. I'm just happen to manage the domain and just using this as tutorial. That's not my domain. So I'm going to do is showing you how to do that. So everybody actually creates just one domain and providing a naming service point to either create from the GoDaddy, Namecheap.com, and change the name server to the hostgator, or you just go to the hostgator and buy now, and then you can actually create your own domain in the HostGator. And I found that create your own domain in HostGator is very easy and simple, and the price is not that really high. And sometimes I compare to HostGator. I mean, compared to GoDaddy, the price is the same. Sometimes even cheaper for some discount domain. And if you like, you can check the link below. I have those 1 cent for the first month's coupon if you want to. So you can actually, in the first month, you don't even have to pay. So this is actually a place you actually register your domain. And of course, once you register the domain, your domain is all set up. And you should be able to provide email and showing you all the installation, all the assets, email and password here, which is in this page. And from in this page, say for example, you want to have more domain, and that's the video going to talk about. If you have just one domain, just say that. Sure, I have a, and you go to yes, I have that. Okay, let me actually make this one close so you can see the menu. And you will see that you should have a public, and therefore that's actually after you have a create the domain with HostGator, and you should not see anything here. The folder, this is WordPress. So you're gonna WordPress. So you're gonna do is insert WordPress. So I'm gonna show you step by step. Okay, default, you don't see this. You only see that default file. Some default files say hello, WordPress, that kind of file. So once you do that, because I already did that, so I'm going to show you step by step, okay, instead of actually doing it because I already had that. You gotta go there, and you can just go type WordPress, just make a menu less, so you don't have to go all the way down. And you can see the quick install. Click that quick install button. Once you click that quick install button, you should see something advertising. It asks you to go to buy the theme and ask you to pay the money. You don't need to pay the money if you don't want to have the theme. So WordPress is free. And the reason you see this is because the HostGator just want to provide you some additional add-on benefit for you to choose the theme, etc. All you have to do is go to menu, WordPress. Don't worry about they're gonna scrolling down to ask you pay this thing. If you don't want to pay anything, just go up and click the install WordPress instead of click here add to cart. Okay, click the install WordPress and choose your domain name. Okay, this is my subdomain. This is my add-on. This is my main domain. I manage for my clients, and just install. I already installed. Okay. So just click here and type your email, user ID, install. After you install that, you're gonna do is go back to the page, right? If you go to page or you install this, go to page, then you should see some simple file with the blog title, something ABC XYZ on the top. So that's the first step. So after you have a WordPress installed, then you can start into design and extra and so on. Or if you have somebody design for you, you can provide that login information, the WordPress w-admin login information, give the web designers and design your web page. So this is actually how you first start. And the plan is at the second domain. So the first thing you're gonna do is not here, okay? Because at first you won't see anything. You click the drop down, it will be nothing here to show. So you're gonna go here, and this time you're gonna keep the domain, and you're gonna see there's a domain section here and say add on domain. Add on domain, that means you're gonna add another domain to your existing hosting package. So you click add on domain, and you should be able to see this page, which is ask you to provide in the domain name and password, etc. So this is actually domain name, and you should type a domain name, okay, ABCXYZ and so on. And this domain name should actually provide you the link key over here, and you should provide in the password, right? And once you do that, and you can actually add a domain. Of course, I do not own abc.com. I hope because ABC is a famous broadcasting company. I'm trying to say is you can just do this to add additional domain to the HostGator. So once you do that, in my case, I add another domain. I can show you. Okay, it's maybe big because there's too many browsers open. I have to click the back and forth. So you can see after you, well, first after you install WordPress in your default domain, you're gonna see those folders become that's me install. And then after you install create add-on domain, you're gonna see this folder. Okay, this folder gonna be whatever the name you create in here. If you create abc.com, then you're going to see the abc.com abc.com here. Okay, too many browsers open, that's a problem. Why? Sometimes I create for video, so I have too much browser open there. So they're gonna create this one. So once you create that one, then you want to go back to the place where it's install WordPress, and then install the one you just create. Okay, don't worry about the bottom one. Bottom one, that is subdomain, that's different. Okay, we'll just talk about add-on domain in this video. So now you just create the same thing and create your WordPress. And once you create the WordPress, and you should be able to see the domain here, and you should see WordPress dash admin content include over there. So that is how you create another domain in this very simple video. And of course, after you create that, you need to wait for a couple hours. According to the GoDaddy and HostGator, generally take about 24 hours to activate. Okay, for example, I just created this one. It's still pointing to the old DNS because I actually update DNS to NS400, so still there. So it takes time. Okay, and I know if you actually a domain created by GoDaddy, actually my experience is fastest because I have a dozen domains. So I have some in HostGator, some in Imchi, some in the GoDaddy. I found GoDaddy actually changes faster, but it's okay. Just wait a little bit. And using HostGator, because HostGator basically is package is cheaper than the GoDaddy. GoDaddy's main thing is the name registration. They do have a hosting, but HostGator, the hosting is more, I believe is my personal is powerful. And Nametree also, they actually major in the domain name, and they also have hosting. I have hosting with them, and I just have a hosting one website with them, and the performance is actually slower than the HostGator. And I haven't tried the GoDaddy hosting package. This is try the Nametree hosting package and HostGator. And I like HostGator. I also have other host company like HostMetro as well. And HostMetro performance is also slower than HostGator. And that's why I'm using HostGator. There's no other reason, just because of that. And I know HostGator sometimes be confused because they have to go to the WordPress. Why not? Why not just give us a WordPress? I can just install. Why go to the theme webpage and the apps to buy something? That's one whole lot of confusing part. You don't have to pay anything within the install WordPress. Just make sure you don't click any price, but later on you want to have a thing you can buy anytime. So that is about today's video. So I hope that give you basic understanding how to add another domain into your HostGator account. So after you add the multiple domain, guess what? Then you'll be able to see multiple statistics here. You will see the drop down menu, and you can add the unlimited basically you can a whole bunch of lists into the one domain. Thank you so much. Not into one domain, into one ISP, internet service provider, in this case HostGator. Thank you for watching this video, and you have a very blessed day. Thank you. Bye bye. Oh, I forgot. Okay, if you're interested in this video, you want to actually getting update, please subscribe this page, or actually just click the button below and subscribe to my phone, and I will send you all the update information about my video, everything online business marketing. Thank you so much, and you have a very blessed day. Bye bye.